there is a city floating above the clouds. For centuries, the outside world had no idea it existed. Its walls are built from massive stones, cut and fitted so precisely you can't slide a knife blade between them. No cement, no steel, no surviving blueprints. And yet, it has stood for more than 500 years, through earthquakes and relentless mountain rain. But the greatest mystery isn't the walls. It's a single stone at the highest point of the city. The Inca believed it could tie the sun to the earth. Tie the sun. Why? Because when its shadow moved, an entire civilization knew exactly when to plant, when to harvest, and when survival was at stake. That city is Machu Picchu. It sits high in the Andes of Peru, about 7,970 feet above sea level, nearly 1.5 miles in the sky. Built in the 15th century, under the Inca Emperor Pachacuti. Machu Picchu includes more than 200 stone structures, temples, homes, plazas, and agricultural terraces carved directly into the mountainside. In 1983, UNESCO designated it a World Heritage Site. Today, it stands as one of the most iconic symbols of the Inca civilization. But what truly sets Machu Picchu apart is not its altitude, not its scale, and not even the fact that it was once lost to history. It's the way this entire city was engineered to move in rhythm with the sky. And now, let's take a closer look at what makes Machu Picchu extraordinary. Walls that move but don't fall. Stand close to a wall at Machu Picchu, and you'll see something remarkable. Stone touching stone. No mortar. No binding material. Just precisely carved blocks, locked together like a three-dimensional puzzle. And this region is prone to earthquakes. When the ground shakes, the stones don't crack. They shift, slightly, then settle back into place. Instead of resisting nature, the Inca built with it. Flexibility became strength. But the real engineering genius lies beneath your feet, a city anchored to a mountain. Machu Picchu wasn't simply built on a mountain. It was anchored to it. Those breathtaking terraces aren't just for agriculture. They are part of a massive stabilization system. Beneath the soil are layers of stone and gravel, a sophisticated drainage network. Heavy rain, water flows away. The ground holds firm. The city doesn't slide into the valley below. What keeps Machu Picchu standing isn't just what you see. It's what you don't. And once the foundation was secure, the Inca turned their focus upward. Architecture that tracks the sun. Several structures at Machu Picchu are aligned with the movement of the sunday. The Temple of the Sun, for example, captures light through its windows at specific times of the year, not by accident, by observation. Imagine designing a house where sunlight enters perfectly on a single day each year, and knowing exactly when that day will arrive. That's not luck. That's astronomical precision. And at the very highest point of the city, that precision becomes even more dramatic. Intihuatana, the hitching post of the sun, carved directly from living bedrock, stands a sculpted stone known as Intihuatana. Its name is often translated as the place where the sun is tied. No telescope, no metal instruments, no written equations. Yet the shadow cast by this stone changes predictably with the sun's yearly cycle. At nearly 8,000 feet above sea level, miscalculating the growing season could mean famine. So Intihuatana was not just symbolic. It was practical. It was a survival clock. And in the Inca world, astronomy wasn't separate from power. It was power. What was Machu Picchu really for? Here's the truth. We're not entirely sure. There are no surviving Inca texts that explain its purpose. Some scholars believe it was a royal estate for Emperor Pachacuti. Others argue it functioned as a ceremonial center. It may have been both. A sacred retreat for the elite, a city above the clouds, intimate, controlled, and spiritually charged, which leads to a deeper question. Why was the sun so important? Power through the sky. In Inca belief, the emperor was considered a descendant of the sun god. Control the calendar, and you control agriculture. Control agriculture, and you control survival. Imagine announcing, plant in 3 days, and 3 days later, the light confirms your authority. That isn't just science. That's legitimacy. Structures like Intihuatana didn't just measure shadows. They reinforced belief. And even the city's name reflects that worldview. Machu Picchu Old Mountain. In the Quechua language, Machu Picchu is often interpreted as Old Mountain. In Inca cosmology, mountains were sacred beings, known as apus, protectors, spiritual guardians. Building a city here was not just strategic, it was devotional. Machu Picchu wasn't just placed on a mountain, it was entrusted to one, a city designed to stay invisible. During the Spanish conquest, there are no clear records that Machu Picchu was ever discovered. From the valley below, it is nearly invisible. It doesn't dominate the skyline. It blends into the ridges, tucked between two peaks. A major city, hidden in plain sight. And that invisibility may have saved it, forgotten and therefore preserved. Many Inca sites were destroyed during colonization. Machu Picchu was not because it was stronger, but because it was overlooked. Sometimes, being forgotten is the greatest protection of all. When it was reintroduced to the world in 1911, the legend began. No writing, no telescopes, still reading the sky. The Inca left no written records. Like the Maya, they had no optical telescopes, no advanced metal precision tools. Yet they built a city that tracks the sun with astonishing accuracy. They didn't write their calendar in ink. They carved it in stone. And that may be why Machu Picchu still feels alive. If you once saw Machu Picchu as just another ancient ruin, perhaps now you see something different. A city that listens to the sky. A civilization that measured time with shadow. Walls so tight, even centuries struggle to slip between them. The deeper you look, the more intelligent it becomes. And this is only one structure, among many across our planet, that deserves to be seen from a different angle.